Trade policy has become a hot topic in the United States, especially during Donald Trump's presidency. His approach to tariffs marked a big change from previous free trade agreements, aiming to protect American jobs and reduce the trade deficit. According to the Tax Policy Center, Trump's proposed tariffs could bring in as much as $6 trillion in revenue over the next 10 years. This is in addition to the $1 trillion already collected from existing tariffs. This figure is significant, though historical trends show that tariffs typically generate tens of billions annually rather than trillions, and their true impact depends on sustained implementation and compliance. While this revenue could provide a significant boost for the government, experts warn that it might also lead to higher costs for consumers. These increased costs could result from tariffs being passed down to shoppers, making everyday goods more expensive. In this video, we will look at how these tariffs are expected to reshape key areas of the economy. Each section will explain how these measures aim to address specific challenges and open opportunities for American industries. Check out the full details by visiting the link in the description. Domestic manufacturing. Tariffs are designed to make U.S. goods more competitive by increasing the cost of imports, encouraging companies to produce locally. A 20% global tariff, combined with a 60% tariff on goods imported from China, is projected to reduce imports by around $9 trillion over 10 years. This reduction is expected to shift reliance away from foreign supply chains, driving companies to prioritize domestic production. While these measures could strengthen industries like automobiles, construction, and consumer goods, the higher costs associated with tariffs may create challenges for businesses that rely on imported materials. Balancing these effects is essential for maximizing benefits to the manufacturing sector. Job creation in key sectors. Tariffs are expected to create more jobs in industries that have faced challenges due to cheaper imports. Economists suggest that while certain industries like manufacturing and construction materials may see increased employment, higher costs from tariffs could result in job losses for sectors reliant on imported goods. A more balanced assessment of overall employment impacts would require citing specific studies or data. With imports becoming more expensive, some American producers may gain opportunities to compete more effectively and hire additional workers. These mixed effects highlight the complexity of linking tariffs directly to large-scale job growth. U.S. steel and aluminum industries. The steel and aluminum industries have experienced a modest increase in production following earlier tariffs. Reports show that these measures supported local producers, but also raised costs for manufacturers dependent on steel and aluminum inputs, such as automakers. The Federal Reserve found that while tariffs provided benefits to producers, higher input costs partially offset these gains. Including this broader context is important to understanding the true outcomes. Strengthening these industries remains critical for maintaining a steady supply of materials essential to infrastructure and national development. Number 4 on our list of ways Trump's tariffs could benefit America's economy and jobs is solar panel production. Tariffs on imported solar panels aim to help the U.S. regain its competitive edge in solar manufacturing. For years, low-cost imports, especially from Asia, have undercut domestic producers. With higher tariffs in place, American companies are more likely to invest in local production facilities and increase output. This could drive growth in clean energy technologies, create new jobs, and position the United States as a stronger competitor in the global renewable energy market. Reduction in trade deficit. The trade deficit has been a long-standing challenge for the U.S. economy, reflecting a high reliance on imported goods. In 2022, imports from China alone reached $536.3 billion, illustrating the scale of the issue. During Trump's presidency, the trade deficit with China often increased, showing that tariffs alone may not consistently reduce trade imbalances. This underscores the need for complementary policies to address structural factors contributing to the deficit. Encouraging domestic production remains an important goal for creating a more balanced trade system. Strengthen supply chain resilience. Tariffs push companies to look for more diverse supply options, reducing the risks that come with depending heavily on a single country. Shifting away from over-reliance on imports from China creates supply chains that are more stable and less prone to disruptions. At the same time, reshoring and diversifying supply chains may also increase costs or introduce delays. These factors highlight the complexity of achieving both resilience and cost-effectiveness. Building stronger networks remains vital to ensure consistent production during global challenges. National security enhancement. Tariffs focusing on industries vital to national security aim to increase domestic production of critical materials, such as semiconductors and rare minerals. Dependence on foreign suppliers for these resources poses risks to defense systems and technological innovation. Reducing reliance on foreign sources strengthens security, but it also requires careful planning to avoid economic and diplomatic challenges, as decoupling from key global partners can create significant complexities. Strengthening local production helps ensure that the nation can protect its interests and support its strategic priorities. Number 8 on our list of ways Trump's tariffs could benefit America's economy and jobs is revenue generation for government. The proposed tariffs are projected to significantly boost government revenue through higher duties on imports. While estimates suggest trillions of dollars could be generated over a decade, historical data indicates that tariffs typically produce tens of billions annually. The final revenue will depend on how businesses and consumers respond to these measures. Any funds raised could support national programs, infrastructure development, and debt reduction. Balancing these financial gains with potential impacts on consumer spending is an ongoing challenge for policymakers. Economic opportunities for allied nations. Shifting away from imports sourced from China could increase trade with allied nations such as Vietnam and India. This change may open new economic opportunities for these countries as they become alternative suppliers. While this shift benefits these nations, it does not guarantee the same cost efficiency or product quality for U.S. consumers and businesses, which could face challenges in adapting to new supply chains. Strengthened trade relationships with strategic allies could create long-term economic and diplomatic advantages. Increased competitiveness of local small businesses. Smaller U.S. businesses could see opportunities to grow as tariffs raise the cost of foreign goods, making local products more competitive. Higher prices for imports create a more level playing field, allowing small enterprises to capture market share. This may encourage entrepreneurship and local investment, although businesses relying on imported materials could face increased costs. Supporting these firms as they adapt is crucial to realizing the full potential of these measures. Strengthening local small businesses contributes to vibrant and diverse economies. Before we continue with the video, take a quick moment to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. And don't forget to ring the bell for notifications so you never miss out on our latest updates. Plus, we've got some helpful resources in the description. Check them out and share your comments after you're done watching. Potential for technological innovation. Tariffs can shield domestic industries from intense foreign competition, giving them space to invest in new technologies and processes. This could drive improvements in productivity and product quality, enhancing the competitiveness of U.S. businesses. Yet, some companies may struggle to invest due to higher costs for imported components, which could limit their ability to innovate. Striking a balance between protection and fostering innovation is essential to maximizing the benefits of these measures. Number 12 on our list of ways Trump's tariffs could benefit America's economy and jobs is alignment with America First policies. Tariffs align with the broader America First approach, prioritizing domestic interests in economic and trade policies. These measures resonate with many Americans who see globalization as a source of job losses and industrial decline. While this strategy appeals to voters concerned about national economic independence, it must also consider the broader impacts on global relationships and economic integration. Policies focused on strengthening local production align with the sentiment of protecting American workers and industries. Political support in rural and industrial areas. Regions with strong ties to manufacturing and agriculture often view tariffs as a way to protect their industries and communities. Rural and industrial areas, which have faced significant challenges due to foreign competition, are likely to support measures promising economic recovery. While this support is strong, these communities could also face challenges related to higher costs or retaliatory trade measures, which should be addressed to ensure long-term benefits. Tariffs provide a sense of security and hope for local economies in these regions. Enhanced wages in key sectors. Bringing production back to the U.S. could lead to higher wages in manufacturing jobs. Domestic industries often require skilled labor, creating better-paying opportunities for workers. The potential for wage growth depends on how well businesses manage increased production costs and compete in global markets. Supporting workforce development and training can help realize the full wage potential of reshored industries. Decoupling from China. Reducing reliance on China is a central goal of the proposed tariffs, aiming to strengthen U.S. economic independence. By limiting imports and increasing local production, the U.S. seeks to address risks related to geopolitical tensions. While this strategy promotes resilience, it also involves navigating complex economic and diplomatic challenges. Decoupling from such a significant trade partner requires careful planning to minimize disruptions. Building more self-reliant industries strengthens long-term national security and stability. Number 16 on our list of ways Trump's tariffs could benefit America's economy and jobs is environmental regulations avoided abroad. Producing goods domestically is often associated with stronger environmental regulations compared to some manufacturing practices overseas. By prioritizing local production, the U.S. can better ensure compliance with these standards. Yet, it is important to recognize that some industries in the U.S. have faced criticism for environmental practices, meaning local production does not automatically result in lower pollution levels. Addressing these issues will enhance the environmental benefits of reshoring efforts. Potential growth in green technology, manufacturing. Tariffs on imported electric vehicles and their components are designed to encourage investment in U.S. green technology industries. Domestic companies could increase production of electric cars, batteries, and clean energy systems. Still, higher costs for imported parts may slow the pace of expansion for some firms, making it important to support these industries as they scale up. Strengthening green technology manufacturing positions, the U.S. as a leader in the global transition to sustainable energy. Economic multipliers in local economies. Increased domestic production can create ripple effects that benefit other industries, such as transportation, logistics, and retail. As factories grow, they generate additional demand for services, creating new jobs and income. While these benefits are significant, higher production costs could limit the extent of these economic multipliers. Policymakers must address these challenges to maximize local economic growth. Expanding production supports broader community development and strengthens regional economies. Influence on global trade policies. The introduction of U.S. tariffs may encourage other countries to reconsider their trade relationships with China. This could result in allies and partners seeking more balanced and diversified supply chains that align with U.S. interests. While this shift can promote new alliances, it also risks potential retaliation or strained trade relationships, which must be managed carefully. Encouraging cooperative trade strategies with global partners enhances the effectiveness of these measures. The last ways Trump's tariffs could benefit America's economy and jobs is strengthened agricultural sector. Tariffs create challenges for U.S. farmers through retaliatory trade measures, which have harmed agricultural exports. While some farmers may seek opportunities in alternative markets, the overall impact of trade tensions has been negative for many. Comprehensive strategies to support the agricultural sector are essential to mitigate these challenges. Long-term diversification and innovation can help farmers build resilience and stability in an evolving global market. Tariffs and inflation. Tariffs can contribute to higher inflation by increasing the cost of imported goods. When businesses face higher costs due to tariffs, they often pass these costs on to consumers, leading to more expensive products in sectors such as electronics, clothing, and food. Industries that rely on imported materials, such as construction and manufacturing, may also experience increased production costs. These higher costs can ripple through the economy, affecting the prices of goods and services. This impact can be significant for households, as tariffs raise the price of everyday necessities, reducing purchasing power and straining family budgets. Tariff takeaways. Trump's proposed tariffs reflect a bold strategy to strengthen the U.S. economy. While challenges exist, these measures aim to strengthen local industries, reduce trade imbalances, and secure critical supply chains. At the same time, these tariffs may lead to higher everyday expenses for consumers, as increased import costs often get passed on to shoppers. This means that while some industries might thrive, families could feel the pinch in their budgets. This understanding will help us see how American trade policy may impact industries and communities across the country while affecting what we pay for goods and services in our daily lives. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Also, don't forget the link in the description.